Hi, thank you for joining me, Spiritual Seeker. It is so greatly appreciated. If you resonate or like my content, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, please. Share and or subscribe. It's totally free for you and so greatly appreciated by me. Okay, so let's get into today's message. It's kind of a personal one, something that I was guided to do. I talked about repeating numbers in another video, and this is kind of one of the um, areas where kept seeing numbers over and over. And then I looked it up and somehow came across this verse. Okay. Okay. Um, it's kind of in that genre. It's not like about the repeating numbers, but I kept seeing like the same repeating videos and stuff. Okay. So we're going to get into it. So this is about why I quit smoking marijuana. Why and how I quit smoking marijuana. So, the Bible verse that I came across was Peter, chapter 5, verse 8. Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. And then I was in the King James Version, and I think I saw something else. I think it was along these lines, but again, please don't quote me. And it said, do not do drugs and be vigilant, for the enemy seeks to kill, steal, and destroy. So I kept like seeing that verse, and I kept like, I came across that verse, and then I had been thinking prior to this about quitting smoking marijuana at the time. And so that verse really hit home. Like I could feel like it was God telling me he wanted me to quit smoking marijuana. So, and then I kept getting like recommendations on YouTube, and like my feeds were about people who had quit smoking marijuana. Another guy discussing that, God didn't want us to smoke marijuana, that it wasn't made for that. So I kept coming across that and how other people had quit smoking marijuana and, their testimonies. And some were saying that God did not put marijuana on this earth for us to smoke it. That it was that marijuana is intended for other uses. It may be for medication uses, different other uses. And I know a lot of people say smoking it is like medication too. And I had migraines, and so I actually had gotten it legally because I really was getting very bad migraines. It would debilitate me, and so I got it prescribed to me. And so I used it to help with my migraines, which it did at the time. Okay. And so I kept seeing the videos over and over. So I took it as a sign that God wanted me to quit smoking marijuana. I had smoked marijuana at this time for about 30 years, on and off, mostly on, with a few times where I had quit for like employment purposes in between. I decided to quit this time for God and myself. I committed to a quit date, and I quit cold turkey. I woke up the next morning and I decided that I wasn't going to smoke anymore. I had smoked everything that I had, and I was like, I'm not going to go buy anymore. So I didn't. And then I winded up fasting that day. I fasted for about 3 days during this time period. And I never looked back. I quit smoking the marijuana. I didn't have the like withdrawals or anything. I didn't have the urge or want to smoke anymore. And I think the fasting really did. Oh, how funny! My shirt says "Life of Change," and this was a major change in my life. Because again, like I said, I had smoked for like 30 years on and off, mostly on most of my life. Only quitting for like jobs or employment reasons, to pass like the drug tests and stuff. And then, if I couldn't smoke due to the job, I wouldn't smoke during the time I was working that job. And I noticed after I quit smoking, like I used to sleep a lot. Like I used to take a lot of naps and cat naps, and I was always tired when I was smoking marijuana. And I don't know. I seem to get like a lot more stuff done. Obviously, one, because I'm not like sleeping all day. I'm more productive. I have more energy. I'm more energetic. I'm more aware of my surroundings and what's going on around me. I don't procrastinate as much. I like actually am getting things done now that I quit smoking marijuana. I also noticed something that I didn't notice before since I have quit smoking marijuana. I noticed that like I would dismiss a lot of things. Like a lot of things that people would say, it wouldn't bother me. I would totally dismiss it. Like ignorant comments and the way people acted or responded to me, or just the way people were in general, friends or loved ones or significant other that I had in my life. Like I allowed so much more because I was always high. And so, like, I think I used it to like pacify or so that things didn't bother me. So like when things did bother me, I ignored it by smoking marijuana instead of like confronting the people or dealing with it. That's just my perception again on things. I just noticed that like I allowed a lot more than I do now. Like now I don't allow a lot of stuff. I don't put up with a lot of crap or nonsense, people's negative comments, and I'm not ignoring them as well now. Not just like I'm not ignoring them as much. I just don't tolerate it as much. The nonsense. And I won't put up with people's like negativity or crap as much now that I don't smoke. Like I think the marijuana, like I would just zone out and like just if nothing would bother me. Even though it did bother me, I would zone out so I wouldn't let it like affect me. I wouldn't like address things. So I noticed that's a positive thing. I think now that I'm like only allowing certain people in my life who are positive or not negative towards me, not putting me down. And I feel like I'm more productive. I was also dealing with an illness that I had gotten that they say we can't discuss on here, that everybody knows about, that happened. And so it was good for me not to smoke or like do any type of like marijuana, because like you could do edibles and there's different types of ways that you can consume it. And so I stopped, and it was encouraged by my doctor at the time too. So there was like so many signs coming through. Like my doctor said to stop it because of that. I kept seeing recommended videos of people and their testimonies and how and why they quit. And then I came across that Bible verse. So these are the reasons. And now I feel a lot better. I'm taking better care of myself, I noticed. I'm more in tune with myself and what's going on around me. Sorry about that. I'm more in tune with myself and what's going on around me. And I was like dazed and confused before, for the most part. And I'm not judging anyone who smokes marijuana, and I'm not judging or telling anyone not to do it, that it's bad, because again, we all have free will. We're all on different timelines on this spiritual journey we call life. And so I'm just saying my experience, and I just wanted to give my testimony. And maybe some of you are contemplating or have been thinking about maybe you should quit smoking marijuana for whatever your reasons may be. And so maybe this is another sign or encouragement to help you do so. I see a lot of positive differences in myself as well due to it. I mean, my health has gotten better. I was having problems breathing, and it was also due to an illness, but also the marijuana was not helping that. My lungs feel better. I can walk a little bit longer when I do my walks now. I'm not as tired. And I have more money in my pockets now because of it. Whoa, I did not know or comprehend the amount of money that I was spending on the marijuana. Like a lot of money, like a major car payment money, like close to rent money, or mortgage, half of a mortgage money and stuff like that. Like I was spending big money on the marijuana. So, my pockets aren't as thin due to it. I'm not spending as much money on just something that I smoke and goes away and I don't see anything from it. So that is accomplishment that I've noticed, because again, I did not notice how much money I was spending on that marijuana just to watch it deteriorate and smoke away, and it was quite a bit. So I just wanted to give my testimony on how and why I quit smoking marijuana. I really feel like the fasting did help me with like the urges and the withdrawals, because I'm telling you, I had no urges and no withdrawals. I was shocked, literally shocked, because I thought, oh, this is going to be so hard and I'm going to be depressed and sad and stressed out. And I wasn't. Like, I did my fast for the 3 days and then I broke my fast, and then I broke my marijuana habit. Like, I literally didn't have the urge, and even when I've been around it, but from other people or whatever, I still don't have the urge to even want to smoke it anymore. Um, and I thought I'd have all these bad withdrawals, like night sweats and mood swings and maybe nausea and headaches. I had none of that, you guys. And I take it as partially because of, not even partially. I take it as because I winded up choosing the fast right when I quit. And I just think the two, it just really helped with the urges and the withdrawals. So if you are considering quitting smoking weed, you may want to try to pray on it, of course, and then pray to God if He wants you to fast on it. And, He'll tell you how long He wants you to fast. Again, some people it'll be 1 day, some people it's 2, some people it's like me. Mine was 3 days, and I haven't looked back since. And I haven't smoked marijuana in, I'd say, at least 6 or 7 months. And that's a long time for me. Literally a long time for me. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. And I encourage you, if you are on this journey or path and are trying to quit or are struggling with thinking about if this is the right time for you to try to quit smoking marijuana, I encourage you. If I can do it after smoking for 30 years, anybody can do it. If I can do it, you can do it better. Okay? And you may want to fast. It may help with some of the withdrawals and or urges, okay, during this time. I pray for you and I wish you so much well. I hope you do great if you do choose to quit smoking marijuana at this time. And just know that my prayers and blessings are with you. So thank you so much for joining me, Spiritual Seeker. It is so greatly appreciated. If this video did resonate, please give me that thumbs up, share and or subscribe. It's totally free for you and so greatly appreciated by me. Prayers and blessings to all. Bye.